Hello everyone, welcome to the crash course by me Anuj Jindal. Today we are going to cover some finance current affairs and today we are going to cover the changes in KYC norms which have been published by RBI on its website very recently. So without wasting any time, let's dive deep into the issue and talk about the recent KYC guidelines. Let's briefly talk about small account because it was mentioned, and so I thought it's only wise that we discuss briefly what is a small account and what are the provisions. It means a savings account wherein the aggregate of all credits does not exceed rupees 1 lakh in a financial year. So, in one entire financial year, if you have a small account, then you cannot have credit or you cannot have a deposit of more than rupees 1 lakh. The aggregate of all withdrawals and transfers does not exceed rupees 10,000. The withdrawals and transfers in 1 month cannot exceed 10,000 or 1 lakh 20,000 per year. Now this is nowhere mentioned, so you cannot assume it, but per month limit is rupees 10,000. The balance at any point of time cannot exceed rupees 50,000. This is also important. Let's have a look at a question related to the small account which can be asked, or these kinds of questions can be asked in the examination. The question says which of the following is incorrect about a small account. The aggregate of all credits in a financial year does not exceed rupees 1 lakh. This is correct. The aggregate of all withdrawals and transfers in a month does not exceed rupees 10,000. This is also correct per month. The balance at any point of time does not exceed rupees 50,000. This is also correct. The aggregate of all deposits in a month does not exceed rupees 25,000. Now there is no provision of this kind. The aggregate of all deposits in a month does not exceed rupees 25,000. That is not true. The aggregate of all withdrawals per month is the provision that we have. Let's talk about regulated entities. What are regulated entities? These are the 5 classifications that have been made by RBI, and these entities are called regulated entities. All scheduled commercial banks, RRBs, local area banks, urban cooperative banks, state and central cooperative banks, and any other entity that has been licensed under Section 22 of Banking Regulation Act is or comes under a regulated entity. All India financial institutions, NBFCs, are a part of All India financial institutions. They also come under regulated entities. Payment service providers like Paytm and prepaid payment instrument issuers like mobile wallets are also counted under regulated entities. All authorized persons, including those who are agents of money transfer service scheme. So we'll be talking about MTSS also, because this is something that we often overlook and are asked very regularly by RBI. Regulated by the regulator, that is the RBI. What are these authorized persons under MTSS and what is MTSS? Let's say there is a person A and he wants to remit money to India. Now this person A is an Indian person. He lives in, let's say, USA. He wants to remit money to India to his father B. And when he remits money to India towards family maintenance and remittance favoring foreign tourists, so he is either a tourist who is visiting the country, visiting India, or he is remitting money for family maintenance and not for any investment purposes, then he can use money transfer service scheme, which is a quick and easy way of transferring personal remittances. So this is important. So how can this person remit money to India? He can use certain agents or certain agencies which can help him remit money to India in a speedy and in a fast and efficient manner. Now these agencies and the agents working in these agencies or the agents standalone are the people who also come under regulated entities. That is what this slide is telling us. The KYC policy shall now include the following 4 elements. This is what is the change regarding or concerning the KYC policy. Number 1, customer acceptance policy has to be created, which means what kind of customer will become a customer of the bank and what kind of customer has to be rejected or not allowed to enter the banking services or take advantage of banking services. What is the risk management policy that has to be created by the banks pertaining to only know your customer guidelines? What are the customer identification procedures? How do you identify that a customer is not fraud, he is actually what he claims to be? And how do you monitor the transactions of any person and every person after KYC is already done? Let's have a look at the questions. The KYC policy shall include the following key elements except number one, customer acceptance policy. Yes, it is a part or an element of KYC new policy. Risk management. Yes. Customer identification procedures. Yes. Monitoring of transactions. Yes. Controlling of NPAs. NPAs is not a part of KYC policy, although wrong KYC does also has an impact on increasing the NPAs, but that is not a part of the new policy. Now, this is an enticing uh, enticing option that we have here, because there have been a lot of NPAs in the past, in the recent past, and they have touched almost 8 lakh crore. So it's important that you understand and remember all these four elements in order to eliminate the wrong element here, that is E. If you like this lecture, please subscribe to my YouTube channel now. You can also provide me feedback in the comment section below so that I can create more such videos. You can also join my YouTube community wherein I provide daily tests to all the visitors, and I also listen to their feedback, and I also provide notifications on a regular basis to all the YouTubers out there. You can also join me on my Facebook and Telegram group, which have been named as Success RBI 2018. There I conduct tests on a daily basis. On YouTube also I will be specifying the time frame when I'll be conducting tests on a daily basis. You can download the Android app that I have, which is named as Infinity, and on this app you will find free phase 1 as well as phase 2 a lot of material as well as tests, so you can download a lot of material and take those tests on a regular basis here as well.